It's Miss Campbell, and this is the Red Belt. Lightly Row is the name of the song. Let's take a look at some of the things that we've got. First of all, our time signature is 2/4. But on top of that, we have a different kind of rhythm going on. If you've had me in the past, a little while ago, we would have read this as teet-tee-ta, teet-tee-ta. But this year we're switching it up. We're counting with 1, 2, 3, 4. Or in the case of a 2/4 measure, 1, 2, 1, 2. But I got too many notes. I've got 3 pitches here. So let's take a look back over here with our fractions. So our quarter notes, when we're counting in 2/4, we're looking at these two. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Except that I've got some of these. So I need to divide my 1 into 1 and. And if I have it on beat 2, it would be 2 and. This is the same thing, except that they're separated rather than attached, okay? As you can see right here. So if I've got the eighth notes like this, it's 1 and instead of just 1, 2. All right, let's flip back to Lightly Row. So, counting system, we've got 1 and 2. The next measure is the same rhythm. 1 and 2. How about this one? 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. All right, count that with me. Ready? 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. All right, next measure. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1. Because that's a long note stretched across beat 2. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1. Okay, next measure. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And down here it is going to look same rhythm as that one. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1. All right, let's start for the second half and count that, and then we'll put the whole thing together. Starting here, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1. All right, back up to the top. Let's count everything. Here we go. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1. All right, let's talk letter names. Let me change that color to make it a bit more clear. Back up here. First measure's already written out for us. Easy peasy. Let's take a look at the next one, which is actually easy too. Last video we played G, A, B, C, D. That's exactly what's over here. G, A, B, C, D, D, D. All right. This measure and this measure and this measure are exactly the same. That's why they're all highlighted in yellow. This measure is tricky. We'll be sure to practice it, but it's written out. G, B, D, D, B. Okay. Ooh, lots of repeated notes. Yes. Take a look right here. A, B, C. B, 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 C, D. You see the kind of pattern in that? Yeah? Back to the beginning. D, B, B, C, A, and then this measure and this measure match. G, B, D, D. But here's where it's going to be a little tricky. This note and this note are not the same. So it's sort of a pattern, but it's a just kidding. So be sure that your brain is turned on because that last note is G. All right, for the sake of practicing, I'm going to write these in. And over here. So that gives us everything. Let's say the letters and move our fingers. Nice, slow, easy tempo. Starting with the easiest measure. G, A, B, C, D, D, D. Play that, ready, go. Okay, back up. Ooh, tricky, but if I can learn it here, I've got it 2 more times. That's good. All right, D is second finger, B is 1 and thumb. So this is the switch, right? D, B, B. Then I'm gonna flip my first and second finger for C, and then put my first finger down for A. C, A, A. D, B, B, C, A, A. Finger that again while I play. You ready to try it and play it? Nice and slow. Here we go. All right, play me a G, A, B, C, D, D, D. All right, this measure we already practiced, so we'll be good. Let's check out the next set that's a little bit tricky. G, B, D, D, B. Let's practice going between B and D. B, D, B, D. All right, let's do G, B, D, G, B, D. All right, now the way it truly is G, B, D, D, B. Say it, finger, here we go. G, B, D, D, B. I play, you finger. Play it with me. Here we go. Now while we're at it, let's jump down to the bottom and do G, B, D, D, G. Move your fingers between D and G. That's a lot of fingers moving at the same time. Okay. G, B, D, D, G. I play it, you move your fingers. With me, ready, go. Go back and play the one with the B at the end. Here we go. Now the one with the G at the end. Ready, go. This one sounds more final because it's ending on a G, and that's important in music theory, and we could have a whole discussion about it, but let's not. Make sure that you finish with a G and that you got a B in the middle. All right, back up. We need some A's, lots of A's in a row. A, B, C. And now the pattern starts on B. B, 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 C, D. I'll play it, you finger. Play that with me. Starting with A, thumb 1, 2. We're starting right here. Ready, go. All right, practice the ending together. D, B, B, C, A, G, B, D, D, G. Move your fingers with me while I play. Play it with me. Here we go. And while we're at it, come back up here, play that same thing, but end with a B. Here we go. Back to the end. Here we go. Are you getting the differences between those? Let's go from top to bottom, moving our fingers, saying the letter names, and then we'll play it from top to bottom, moving our fingers, but playing. Starting with D, B, B up here at the top. 1, 2, here we go. D, B, B, C, A. From G up. G, A, B, C, D, 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 B, B, C, A. Here's the skippy one. G, B, D, D, B. A bunch of A's in a row. A, B, C. A bunch of B's. B, 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 C, D. D, B, B, C, A. G, B, D, D, G. Okay, if you've got that, continue. If not, rewind it, take the pieces apart again. Play the parts that you need to practice rather than playing it from start to finish. If you're having trouble with this measure, practice it. If you're having trouble with this measure, practice it rather than doing the whole thing. If you are ready, we're going to go ahead and start, but I'm just going to go ahead and click the speed down so that it's not too fast for us. All right, here we go. D, B, B, C, A, A, G, B, A, B, C, D, 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 B, B, C, A, A, G, B, D, D, B, Man, I slowed that down and it was still a little bit fast, so I'm going to slow it down again another notch. By the way, I'm moving my fingers, but you're playing along with the recording, right? All right, let me slow that down again. This might be a little too slow, but it's good practice. Get ready to play. Here we go. D, B, B, C, A, A, G, A, B, C, D, 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 B, B, C, A, A, G, B, D, A's, A, B, C, B, 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 C, D, D, B, B, C, A, G, B, D, Maybe that was a little bit too slow. Let's go back and play it at the 0.75 speed one more time, everybody. Now when you record, you can go super slow, you can go fast, you can go middle ground. It's whatever speed is going to work for you. So pick a tempo that works, record it on Flipgrid, and I'll let you know. Good luck!